so many people don't think about the structure. They just start making money and then they kind of work backwards. Have your structure in place. Be thinking about your structure. I was watching a video just recently where it talked about, and when I say structure, meaning your entities, your tax structure, et cetera, where it said it was a group that I think it was a big name company now in its region and in its industry. They acted right off the bat as a big name company. For one, it helped the marketplace to see them as a big name company. Plus, they knew how to run a big name company as it grew because they're running it as a big company. You know, they had a board of directors, they had finances that they had to report to a board of directors every quarter. They had a quote C, or he was a CEO. He was a CEO who acted as a manager of all these employees, and he didn't have employees at first, and it made him actually run like a real company. And that's the number one thing he said that led to their success, that they ran it like a big company. So if you structure at the outset as a big company, you'll be better off. And I believe in that. I believe in that. We did a bunch of this was actually 2 weeks ago. We did a bunch of modeling just this weekend running that scenario, and it made a lot of sense, which is weird that we did that. But I thought just that little idea from watching that little video really helped me to understand some things that before I didn't even think about.
No, I absolutely agree with that, and it's a mindset shift, and the thing is that when you
Yeah,
start a company, if you constantly are thinking of it as you as a sole proprietor, you're doing everything, you really are missing out on the opportunity to go ahead and start calling yourself a corporation, calling yourself up
totally.
almost. A lot of it is just the words that we use, that we speak out in the atmosphere that really
Right.
determine our destination. I know in my own life, in my own business, I've been instead of even though I am a solopreneur doing what I do, I'm saying we because I have somebody that is, I'm hiring on as admin and as somebody that is kind of audits my coaching courses and stuff like that. And I'm already saying we because I know when we start thinking like a CEO, like we start thinking, that we
Right.
have a big group. And the truth is people will believe what you say, and then you also will believe what you say. And so speaking out and talking and acting like you are already a big name company, I think is such a powerful thing. And that's something that, when you are using AI, you start saying, hey, I'm thinking like in the future, how can I structure my business to make millions? So talking about AI, we know AI will just totally make your business go faster, run smoother. How does decision speed affect wealth building? And why
Mm.
do wealthy individuals move differently than everyone
Yeah,
else?
a really good question. Um, because of artificial intelligence, you can make quicker decisions. I mean, just like that, we modeled based on what that guy was saying on the video. You can make decisions very, very quick because you're armed with better information because it's supplied so much quicker because of artificial intelligence. How do I interviewed this guy named Richard Wilson, who's interviewed more billionaires than anyone else in the planet, and he and I were talking, and it was kind of eye opening. I said to him, ultimately, what do you really believe that makes a billionaire's thinking different? He said they act so much quicker, and so that's in line with your question, by the way. And I thought that through. I'm like, wow, that really is a good point. So, um, uh, they make and he said they make their decision and stick by it, and they make it a lot quicker than the normal folks. And think about that. Now, that would mean then we can think. I'm not a billionaire, very sadly. So that means I can think like that. So that means I can think as quick as a billionaire. So it maybe puts me in the camp of potentially a billionaire because I can think quickly because I'm using artificial intelligence. Yeah,
Right.
I mean, that was pretty eye-opening.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And again, it's not you're not a billionaire yet. And that's
Yeah,
what, again,
yeah,
the mindset shift is calling yourself up and out to be who you know you have in you to be.
yep,
Um, and I definitely agree with you is that AI can make you answer smarter, faster, and with a lot more, without the emotional part of
mhm.
thinking about your business. I know a lot of people can get really emotional, at least I can. But final question, if someone is listening and they're in the make millions mode, what is the biggest mindset set shift outside of just thinking bigger that they need to make immediately today?
Mind shift, think AI. AI is gonna be the great AI, then quantum computing is gonna be the greatest equalizer of information, and at the same time, if you're not using it, you don't have information, so you're gonna be left behind by the people who are using artificial intelligence because of they've added so much knowledge as far as information in their sphere. So I'm going with artificial intelligence. It really truly is the biggest thing that's hit the entrepreneurial world. And if you're not using it, you're going to be left behind.
Yeah, I think mindset shift of being an early adopter, not
Yep.
being scared, just going sometimes going forward scared. And we don't know where AI is going to end up, but we know that it's here to stay and
It's
we
here.
need to be
Right.
on this big bubble that's fixing to just explode and it's going to and if you don't adopt it today, you're going to be left behind. So thank you so much, Kenner, for being on the podcast today and helping us learn how to make millions, save millions, and protect millions. Check out his book on Amazon.com. It's an Amazon #1 bestseller, Modern Millions Day .ai. And we will see you next time on What's Kenner French Thinking, where we ask Kenner, what are you thinking?